using an app called Haps. So if you're watching on YouTube and all the other platforms, I'm not on Facebook, but I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. That's coming to an end at the end of the month. So make sure to come on to Haps, guys, and get your coins and join this ever-growing community of amazing broadcasters. So don't feel like you won't fit in anywhere, because you do. You will fit in somewhere, whether that's traveling. You might like cooking, you might like doing art. You might be a musician. So come on board, guys, and join Haps, because it is a great community. Okay, so I'm just going to see how the connection is. Hello, Dina. Let me know how the connection is. So I'm going to bring you around, actually, and we're going to do it from a different position today. So usually I have it in the corner, and that's because I have my phone charging up at the same time. So what do you think I'm cooking today? What do you think I'm cooking? Look at this. I put this t-shirt on and I'm thinking it's not too bad. But you can see my belly a little bit. So you don't really want to see my belly. So I'm going to move you around, and we're going to do it from a little different position today. So we'll see how it goes. That's the best thing with the tripod. I've not really experimented having it in a different place. So hopefully this might work. When my phone is plugged in and it's fully charged, I'm happy to do it this way. So that's good. Thank you, Dina. So this is what we're going to be doing. Let me just check. What are these, guys? What are these? These are British baby potatoes. Hello, Syra Decker. You're watching on Twitch. Hello, Alexis. How are you? So I've just come back from the supermarket, Alexis, and I've just got this. So they didn't have they didn't have low-fat Greek yogurt, and I wasn't going to rush around tomorrow morning trying to find some. So I'm going to have to use natural Greek yogurt instead of low-fat yogurt. And I managed to get some vanilla essence as well. But they call it something different. There was vanilla essence, but it was really expensive. This is Madagascan vanilla extract. So it's very small. Look, this is my hand. It's very small. This is 38 milliliters. So I don't think I'll need loads of this. So this is the best Morrison's Madagascan vanilla extract. Okay. So I've got everything else. So what do you think I'm making, guys? What do you think I'm making from the list of ingredients? It's something I've made before, but I've not made it for a very long time. I've got loads of potatoes, right? I'm just checking the dates on these potatoes. Yeah, I think the 19th is a little bit out of date, don't you? So I have to get rid of those. But it involves potatoes. It involves carrots. Oh, I forgot to even get the stuff for the soup on Saturday. I'll have to go back and get the soup stuff on Friday. So plenty of time. So we've got potatoes. Okay, we've got some carrots. We've got a swede. Do you remember me using this? So we've got a swede. We've got some carrots. We've got. Oh, it's rolling away. We've got a parsnip. We've got an onion. It is indeed. It's a roast dinner, Dina. Well done. You got that correct. I've just dropped the carrot. There we go. I don't usually use all the carrots, but so we're going to get these chopped up. Just going to give these a quick rinse. Let me get rid of them other potatoes because I don't need them. Probably could have. They might have been all right actually. I'll double check them potatoes in a moment. Actually, no. Actually, they're not that expensive, really. I mean, I could peel them, but then they might be mouldy inside, and nobody likes mouldy potatoes. Not even just to make chips or anything. Or you just do these two as well. You call it a turnip. Yeah. I love there's so many different names for like the same thing. Even around the world, there's so many different things, isn't there? So, do you like the new connection, guys, or the new position? Shall we? Do you like it? Don't you like it? Let me know, guys. And we're just going to get these prepared. I also bought an apple pie, which I probably shouldn't have done. I feel like I'm having one of those days where it's not so much that I know that I'm trying to lose some weight, but I'm sort of now nearly at my end of, and I'm nearly at the goal that I want to. before then I can start training, doing some running and stuff. So and get this belly down. It has gone down a lot. It has, I mean, I wouldn't be able to fit in this t-shirt actually, if I'm honest. So I'm going to chop these, chop the ends off. So remember to share, guys. The 3 S's: share, subscribe, and if you really like the broadcast, then my broadcasts, then sponsor. Congratulations for Alexis, by the way. Pinch the knife. I know. The thing is, I bought this knife and look what's happened to it. This is a really good knife, and I think it's caught in my drawer. So if they've got any good tips of keeping knives, look, it's coming away. Maybe that's why, I don't know, but unless it's just catching on my drawer, well, I'm not happy with that. And then after this, I'm gonna show you how to make Yorkshire puddings again. So I should have done the mixture earlier actually. So, but Yorkshire puddings are usually the last thing I do anyway. So, like when I cook them. So the longer it's left out at room temperature, the better. So I'm just going to peel this. I've not done this for ages. But the thing is, some people don't like doing roast dinners or like Sunday lunches and things. I know it's not Sunday, but the fact is I've done it that many times. You can save all these if you want to, everybody. So yeah, Alexa, I managed to get all the stuff. So you're going to cut this in half, like so. Cut down the middle into strips, and then these boil, and then you can put them in some oil and roast them, and they are the best thing ever. You've got to let them go nice and crispy though. Don't want too much. You don't want them too thin, because if they're too thin, they'll burn, and then also you don't get as much flavour. So I like them thicker so that they boil. And put that in in my steamer. So I just have a steamer like this, and I put them in. So you've got the base, which is here. These have my potatoes in. I boil the potatoes, which steams the vegetables on the top. So yeah, I like to put the carrots and the parsnip together. So we've chopped the ends off of those. I love carrot. Who loves carrot? Give me a thumbs up if you love carrot. Although there's only a few small ones here, so I've done that one. Some people cook carrots with the actual, the ends on. And you can still do that. It kind of just keeps all the flavour in the carrots, but it depends on if you're that sort of person that likes to pick at your food, whether you like it or you don't. So let me just move them off again. I'm going to take these skins off. So I've got a really small piece of meat. Got a really small piece of meat that I'm cooking, so it's not a giant piece of beef, it's just a small piece of beef. Okay, just do this one. Let me know how your day's going so far. Yeah, so I need to go on Friday or Thursday. I'll probably go Thursday actually. Actually no, I'll go Friday, because then the actual ingredients that I have will be fresh. They'll be fresher, hopefully. So on Saturday, I'm going to be at 10 a.m. UK time. It's happening all day. All different broadcasters around the world are going live, making a soup. Dina, I think you should do it. You should come on live for the first time on Haps and show us your soup. Because Dina sent me a picture of her soup that she makes, and I think you'd be perfect for Saturday. Alexis has some time slots. I think most of the time slots are in the US. I think that after 11 o'clock, I think 11 a.m. I think the time was like 1 or 2 o'clock here. Oh no, actually I don't know. Sorry, have I mixed that up? I think I might have mixed that up. I think it's 1 o'clock your time. Yeah, 1 o'clock your time, I think. Because there's like a gap, isn't there? Okay, Dean, don't worry, that's fine. So just get all these. Okay, I'm going to chop these carrots up. Okay. So I like to cut mine in half. Whoops. Cut down the middle. And then I like to keep them that length. So again, just do the same. You don't want them too thick, but if you're boiling them anyway, they're nice. And then when you put them in the oven with some oil, they just taste so good. So I don't do all roasted carrots. I do half and half sometimes. But I like to call it a clean roast when I've just boiled the vegetables and not put them in any oil. Let's have a little taste. Oh, it's so good, guys. You're probably thinking, how many carrots are you doing, Aidan? Carrots are 0 points. As many as I want. Okay. So just get rid of these. And then I'll show you how to do the Yorkshire puddings again. I've told you about probably 100 million times. And there might be people watching this and you might be thinking, I've never made Yorkshire puddings before. Well, today you are going to find out what makes Yorkshire, what is our Yorkshire speciality. Although I need to make something with rhubarb. When rhubarb comes into season, I will make some rhubarb, like a rhubarb crumble or something. Let me know if you've ever had rhubarb before, because it is actually grown where I live. I'm part of the rhubarb triangle, so there's always lots of rhubarb. So that's going to go on top of the potatoes, which we're going to do now. So I don't want loads of potatoes. These are only baby ones, so I don't know whether to leave the skins on or not. Well, there's a few large ones. Take the big ones out first, because then the smaller ones can stay in. There's quite a few small ones. So Alexa says, okay, we've got 11 o'clock, noon, and 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is available, which is for, so it's my afternoon. So if you're watching me right now, because we're nearly at 4 o'clock, it would be this time, but in for me. So whatever time you're watching me right now, just check your clock. That's the time that's available. Okay. So I'm guessing in Georgia right now, in Florida as well, Eastern time, you're watching me. It's probably not even lunchtime yet. It's always funny though, coming live at 4 o'clock here, because we're sort of hungry, we're ready to eat, and you guys it's still morning, because Alexa gets up so early. It feels like a lifetime ago since you were on this morning. I'm not going to peel all of these. Well, I will peel them as best I can. Get rid of that. I do need a machine that can cut potatoes. In fact, I need that chopper that Alexis is selling, which makes potato chips. Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's so good. It was a bit of a mouldy one there. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so I think on Saturday I'm gonna make a chicken and noodle soup. It was an old recipe that I did at school about 15 years ago, when I was asked to do a soup, part of my food course that I was doing, and I've not made it since then. So this will be really interesting to see how much of the recipe, and when I made it, I don't even know where the recipe is actually, so I'm gonna have to find it online. I'll find it online somewhere. But it is a really nice. If it's not the exact recipe, then it'll be definitely one that I can make. But yeah, I like the fact that when you said, Alexis, about it doesn't matter if you're making fresh soup, even opening a can and coming on live. Obviously, it takes away the point of fresh cooking, but everyone's different and everyone is involved. Everybody's welcome to join on Saturday. So it's about bringing your own sort of experience and your own way of cooking. Oops, that nearly fell on the floor then. So I was going to do this morning after I made the fluffy eggs, but I was my friend was she had a dance class this morning, which I was doing, and I was kind of busy all day doing odd things, and I went to the supermarket, got the ingredients for tomorrow. So me and Alexis are coming live tomorrow at 11:30. So that's 11:30 my time, and we're going to be making a yogurt cake. So it's a really interesting way of cooking the cake. Now, I didn't get a blender, so I'm going to have to whisk the eggs up really early tomorrow morning, I think. And I think that's enough potatoes, actually. I think, I've done enough potatoes. I don't want to do any more. So let me just get rid of this. Get rid of all these potato peelings. Chop these potatoes up, and then these are going to be boiled, as I say, in some water, salt water, and then I will put them in some hot oil with garlic and butter. Now, it's really naughty to have the butter, but it's just a little treat. And as I say, I won't have a lot. I'll only have my portion size. So just chop them up, just like that. Yeah, I think it's about 5 hours, isn't it? But I always get confused when we all start changing into summertime. So when do you put your clocks forward? Is it forward or back? Yeah, they fall back and then they go forward for spring. Yeah, we spring forward. So when do you put your clock forward, Alexis? Is it usually the end of March? We always put ours back the end of March. And then it's also Mother's Day here on Sunday. So I bought my mum a present, but I can't obviously see. She had a vaccine. She's had a vaccine. I think she goes for a second one soon. Because I think it's like, I don't know if they said it was 8 weeks or 12 weeks. But they'll let her know about it. But they're saying that the first vaccine that people are having is actually up to like now 80-90% effective. So it's better than being zero effective, isn't it? So they're the potatoes then, guys. I'm going to put some water in here. So fill this up with water. There we go. And then I'm going to put some salt in here as well. Where's the salt gone? And I'm actually going to put this on now to start boiling. Because I like my vegetables to be nice and soft. So I might just spin you around at the moment. Oh no, I won't spin you around just yet, but I have put them on to start boiling. So the next thing we're going to do is the Yorkshire puddings. So if you've always wondered, how do you make Yorkshire puddings? Whoops, I just hope I've got enough eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some plain flour. Oh, is it self-rised? No. Yeah, plain flour. Actually, I just need to realise if I've got enough plain flour for... I'll be able to get some more before Thursday if I need some. Yeah, I should have it. I'm just thinking I'm not doing plain flour on for shortbread. So you want to fill the bowl up to about 1/4 of your bowl. Probably a bit too much. Let me just take some of that out. I usually never take any out. So. It's just because I'm making shortbread on on Thursday with Anne. I don't need to always use too much because I always make too much anyway. So just give that a shake. So there's your flour, guys. So you want plain flour. So just, I would say, whichever bowl you're using, fill that up to about a quarter. So a quarter of your bowl, 1/4 needs to be plain flour. Oh, is it self-raising? I'm certain it's plain flour. Yeah, it's plain flour. I'm getting confused now. Maybe that's last time why they didn't rise. Was it plain flour or was it self-raising? No, it was plain. I'm certain it was plain. I'm just wondering why they didn't rise. Do you remember when I was making the wrap? Let me just work something out. I've been doing this recipe for ages, but I'm just trying to think. Was it plain flour? I'm certain it was plain flour. I'm really confused now. Dina, you've confused me. I've got more self-raising actually. Well, I used to mix them both together. Do you remember? Can anybody remember? Can anybody's been listening to my my videos? Can you remember if it was self-raising flour or it's just basically I had some baking powder into this. Should we try them a different way? I can't remember. Sorry, guys. I really confused myself. We'll add some baking powder for a change, you know, because I've hardly got any. Oh, do you know what? Forget that. Scrap that. We're going to go for self-raising. And the only reason I'm going for self-raising today is because if I've sort of confused myself, it doesn't really matter anyway, but I want to make sure I've got enough plain flour. So let me just put this back in here. This is entertainment, guys. I know. I think it was plain flour. But the reason I've confused myself is because when I made them last time, we were making a Yorkshire pudding wrap and it didn't rise. Do you remember? I think I didn't put them on. I don't think I put them on a top shelf last time. Or maybe the oven wasn't hot enough. So I'm going to go for self-raising for a change. I'm going to try them a little bit different, okay? Because that way I'll know which works better, okay? Yeah, it's plain flour for pancakes, which is usually pancake mixture anyway. But I've got more. I need to use plain flour on Thursday. Instead, we're going to go for self-raising today. So we're going to go for a bit of self-raising. They might turn out better, actually. Who knows? So you don't need loads. I'm only going to use half the amount I would normally use because I always make twice as much. And if I'm putting too much self-raising flour in, then they might double rise and I might have a huge Yorkshire pudding. So we'll see what happens. So self-raising flour. Okay, we're going to add in some salt and pepper. You're all wondering, are you actually a chef, Aidan? It's like I have been cooking a long time. I'm not the perfect chef in the world, but cooking's about experimenting with different recipes, and you know, once you know how to make something, you can always adapt it. So salt and pepper, flour. We're going to add some eggs. Let me just find my eggs. I've used quite a lot of eggs today, haven't I? So I'm going to use 3 eggs. As long as I've got enough eggs for tomorrow. So that's 1. You are a good chef for what it is worth. Thanks, Dina. That's it. What am I worth? That's 2 eggs. I've already had 4 eggs this morning. When I made the fluffy omelette, I had 2 eggs in the first one that I made. And then in the second one that I made another 2 eggs. So 3 eggs going in there. Okay, just wash my hands again. Okay, and what do we add next, guys? Can anybody remember what do I add next to the flour and the eggs? Whoever can get it correct gets a point. What do I add next to the eggs and the flour? Someone's going to guess. What do I add next? It is indeed milk. You are correct. And what do we use with the milk? What do we use with the milk and the eggs? A whisk. So we're going to shake the milk up. We're going to put the milk in slowly. Start from the middle. Just add it in gradually. Mix all that flour in. Mix all this in. It is, that's all it is. I don't think I've missed anything. It's a bit more milk. It's exactly the same mixture as making pancakes. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's like mesmerizing, isn't it, when you watch that circle that zooms in. Add a little bit more milk. It's still quite thick. There we go. I'm going to mix all that in finally. And then we're going to get a tea towel and we're just going to leave it out for about an hour and a half. Just giving it a stir every half an hour. We don't use real milk, but can I substitute for any milk? I don't see why not, Dina. You can give it a try. I think it's just to make it this consistency. I would like to maybe try this with almond milk. Okay, try not to splash it everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to take a tea towel and we're just going to cover this over and put that to one side. Okay, next thing then we're just going to do the onions. So final thing, and then do all the rest of the vegetables as well and the meat. So chop the onion up, get it in half, get rid of the skin. And then I like to put the onions in with some of the other vegetables, and then you can add it to a nice gravy as well at the end. Hello, the voice. Just chop these up, or you can use the dice if you want to. So just chop these up. these to the pan. Okay, and then they'll just soften. Yeah, I'll just leave it all in. And try not to cry. I'm going to give my hands a nice clean. Oops, it's falling out. I'll just wash my hands. Okay, and then finally we're going to do the swede. We've also got some other vegetables as well. Okay, so for this I'm going to need a bigger knife. Let me just get my other knife. I'm going to chop the ends off. So this is a turnip. We call them swede. Can be quite tough on the ends. So just go round. If it's been in the fridge, it might be a bit tough. Just be careful with your fingers. And you're just chopping off the skins, going round the sides. Okay, just be careful with your hands. The thing with swede is it just takes forever to cook. So you have to really let it boil down and then you can mash them up. Usually good with carrots as well. To get all any green bits off. Remember to hold it like this. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these. And then we're going to chop these up. And these sometimes go in there. What I do is like to steam them slightly first. You steam them slightly first, and then you want to put them into like cubes. Probably thinking you make it look so easy. It's practice. That's one half done. Really healthy for you too. And then finally, one last thing to do is, well, we've got some broccoli to put in as well. More vegetables. Just chop them smaller the better because they do cook quicker. They boil down quicker. I'm going to put the lid over the top of the steamer because it's now boiling away. I'll show you in a moment. And I'll put you back in my normal place. So next thing to do is broccoli. I'm actually also going to take the meat out. There's the meat that I'm going to be cooking. Put the meat to one side. I've got some broccoli here. And we've got some green beans as well. So with the green beans, take a handful. So we're doing a roast dinner today. It's a beef roast dinner. You can cook them with the skip with the ends on if you want to, but sometimes people don't like the ends. So you can just chop them off. can even buy them without the ends on. So I do like them with the ends on. They do lock in all that flavour. They're nice roasted as well. Just go down them all. So one there. There we go. Take the ends off. So there are green beans. Let's put them in as well. So that's what I love about steamers, is you can just put everything in that you need, and then take out what you need and do what you want to with the actual food. So I'm not going to put any more on. I'll spin you round now so you can see what is going on a little bit. The beef. Let's just do the beef. Put the beef in here. But it's a small piece of beef. I normally would add potatoes to this dish. It needs actually a little bit of it's only a small piece. Get rid of that. Move this out of the way. So with the beef then, we're going to add some oil, drizzle of oil, because we're actually going to get this cooking. It's not sometimes good to actually get your beef cooked early, and then it gives it time to rest. So I'll put some oil on there. I'm going to put some salt and pepper. You'll see that piece of beef, guys. So it's not the biggest piece of beef, but it's a good size. We're going to put some salt and pepper on here. If you've got any other suggestions of what you like with your beef, let me know. Put some pepper on here. And you can put some foil on if you wanted to, but it depends on the size of the beef and how crispy you want it. So that's going to go in the oven now for that won't take too long, less than an hour, maybe not even that. You could even fry that piece of beef. It's that small. I'm going to put that in the oven. Okay, so I think we're nearly done. I'm going to bring you around now and bring you back to the other side. Just move stuff out of the way. So hopefully the connection's going to be all right. So let's pick you up and put you back here. So this is where I normally place you. You can see. So you see this here. This is what we've just made up. So we've got the swede in there, the onions and the green beans. We've got the carrots and the parsnip, and then the potatoes which are boiling underneath. So I'm going to put a lid over it because it is a steamer. It's going to keep all that flavour locked in there. Okay. We've also got our Yorkshire pudding mix, which we just made. So I'm going to leave a tea towel over this and put it in a nice warm place. Some people put it in the fridge. It's up to you. It depends on maybe what you're using, if it's milk or almond milk or anything else. Just experiment. Try it in the fridge, try it without, but I find the best ones are left out at room temperature. So what they need to do now is get another tray ready for the potatoes, because we're now going to put some garlic and butter in the oven and because I don't have many potatoes, I'm going to actually use this dish instead. So I normally use the other dish, but because I'm using it for the beef, I'm going to use it for here. So I'm going to put some oil in, not too much, and I'm going to take some garlic and some butter as well. Take some garlic. Actually, don't put the garlic in just yet because otherwise it will burn. So a bit of butter. going to use Utterly Butterly. You don't want too much. You're probably thinking, when I put butter and oil together, you'll see why. I think I'm going to add the garlic in just before, otherwise the garlic will just burn in the pan. I'll add the garlic in later. We're going to put this in the oven now on a bottom shelf and get that nice and ready as well. Okay. And that, guys, is pretty much it. This is the apple pie that I bought. Who likes apple pie? Really yummy, yummy apple pie for afterwards. So that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you for watching, and yeah, hopefully you've learnt something there, how to make beef, potatoes. As I say, most things are going to be boiled away, and then it's up to you whether you want to put them in some oil or not and roast them. So yeah, so I'm going to say bye. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you soon. And I'll be on tomorrow with Alexis doing the yogurt cake, which involves Greek yogurt, vanilla extract, and what else with the sugar, and lots of other things as well, I think. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye.